You know how when you're in a bad mood, everything is bad? You don't want to talk to people, you're crabby, you're a lower version of yourself, your energy is low, nothing is exciting. When you're in a good mood, though, you're an entirely new person. You show up way better, you joke around, you're friendly, you tend to conversate more, be more sociable. Your energy is high, and even music sounds better when you're in a good mood. I've been really thinking about this because I've noticed I'm legit two different people. And I hate it. I want to be the same person all the time. I love being that person in a good mood. And I'm really projecting everything that's going on inside of me. If I'm sad or frustrated or whatever, everything that's boiling up is going out and being projected onto the other person. And it's projecting out onto everything in life too. That's why music sounds better when you're in a good mood. Like if I was nervous for something that I had to do later that day or the next day, I would let it completely affect me. I would be short with people. I would let the anxiety like consume me and then just get carried away and it would just ruin my whole day. Stress is something that we let consume us too. When I'm stressed, I tick easier. I tend to be more uptight. And it's important to remember that everyone's projecting their own internal state onto you too. That's why you should never take anything personally. How people act towards you isn't about you. They're just projecting all of their own internal shit. So I was thinking, is it possible to hack myself to become that good mood person all the time? I think it's possible, but it will take some mind control. Really, it's a term known as state control. And before I go any further, I just want to say this is not about suppressing your emotions. It's very healthy to feel your emotions fully and let them come up. Don't push them down or ignore them or force yourself into a good mood. That does not work. It also blocks up all that emotional energy in your body. And that's when we're prone to get sick, our immune system drops, we can have chronic anxiety, chronic stress, and muscle soreness, and all that. If someone makes you angry, for example, it's okay to release it, to show your emotions. We're not just walking around acting all zen and spiritual and just acting like nothing happened. Sometimes people deserve to have reactions back to them. But we have to find ways to release our emotions that won't make us feel bad afterwards or get us in a situation where we'll regret like lashing out at someone. I love when I feel anxious or stressed to just turn on voice memos and just talk everything out. Talk it all through and just get it out of me so it's not trapped inside of me. That's the best way to get out of your own head because you're literally releasing it from you. Exercise does this really well, but the best way is to just communicate your problems and talk through them. So acknowledge your emotions, feel them fully, see what they're trying to tell you, and then let them out. Solve all your issues, attack them, don't let them boil up into something greater than what they were. A negative emotion is a clue to a problem that needs solving. Attack them. So we've all had situations where stress was just eating us alive. And I use stress as an example a lot because it's the one that I've dealt with the most that always just lingers and puts me in a bad mood. But this applies to any emotion, grief, anger, sadness, shame, etc. You might hear a lot of people say, choose happiness or be happy. It's not as simple as that. We cannot force happiness. But what we can do is learn how our mind works and almost start to trick ourselves into those more positive mental states with practice. First, before you start going and controlling your mind, make sure you take physical action towards the thing that you're stressed about. If you need to prepare more, practice more, if you're procrastinating, if you need to have a tough conversation with someone, do it first. If you're depressed, do something about it. Start to create momentum in the positive direction and work yourself out of that rut. Look at your habits and the daily decisions that you are making and have the willpower to change shit up. And now the key to manipulating your moods is learning how to control your focus. So when you're stressed or you're in a bad mood, you're either living in the past or the future. Those things do not exist. All that exists is the present moment. If you think about it, you are living the thing you're stressing about 78 times before it actually happens. Or you're reliving the thing that you're angry or depressed about over and over again. Your conscious mind doesn't really know the difference between the past, the present, or the future. When you are constantly ruminating on something that happened yesterday, your body literally responds to it like it's real, like it's happening right now, like it's under attack. It's trying to save itself from that harmful situation that you're perceiving in your head that really isn't real. It's not happening right now. You're really living it again. You're recreating those same emotions, but it's done. It doesn't exist anymore. That's why if you're hungry or you're thinking about food, your body will literally start to secrete digestive enzymes like it is eating. The connections between the body and the mind are actually pretty freaking crazy. There is no point at all to be living in the future or the past. The thing you got to remember is we know that everything works out regardless if we stress over it or not. Regardless if we're killing ourselves, wondering about all the possible things that could happen. The beautiful thing is that you can train your brain to always stay focused in the present moment. Simply start to notice when your mind wanders to the past or the future. Bring your focus to your immediate environment, to your surroundings. What can you hear? What can you smell? What can you see? Bring your focus to your breath. See if you can tune your awareness to different parts of your body. Can you consciously relax all the muscles in your body on command? All these things force your focus into the present. They can help to anchor your focus into the present moment and not be worrying about things that may happen in the future. When you are fully present, you'll get to this state. It's almost like a state of no thinking. Your brain isn't really working. You're just existing, just being. You're not evaluating what is happening to you. You're just letting it happen. And you will feel lighter. You'll feel like a weight has lifted off your shoulders when you learn how to keep your focus in the present moment. None of that baggage that you are always carrying around in your psyche is weighing you down anymore. There are levels of consciousness. Yes, there are levels to this shit. Look at the chart here. When our focus is fully present, we enter the neutrality state. We are not judging what is happening. We're not forming opinions on what is happening. We're just letting life happen. We aren't projecting onto life. Nothing. We're just being. This is when true happiness can occur. This is when we're content, when we're fulfilled, when we experience bliss. And now that we've been practicing returning our focus to the present moment, we can control our mind. Now we can start to access those higher states. But it starts with that. Now every time you notice yourself entering a bad mood, you can pinpoint what's causing it. You can control your focus. And over time, you will learn to release all that baggage that was putting you in a bad mood because you know that it's not worth thinking about. It's not worth taking up space in your mind. You either do something about it, you take action to solve it, or you just release it from your consciousness and know it will turn out right and become engulfed in the present moment. You might get to a place where anxiety, depression, sadness, and all those negative emotions can't even touch you because you are so good at being present and you're tired of living and reliving situations that you create in your head. This is how you learn to master yourself and your moods. Don't forget to give the video a like, comment with any feedback, and subscribe to support the channel. Peace.